Hi, my name is Barry Pilling, the lead software licensing trainer for the ITAM Academy. Welcome to 2-minute tech tips for IT asset management professionals. In this episode, I will be explaining the differences between CPUs, CPU cores, and hardware threads. Many data center software vendors license their products using metrics based on CPUs and cores, so it's advisable to understand exactly what they are. A socket CPU or CPU chip, often referred to as just a CPU or processor, is a physical computer chip that plugs into a socket on the motherboard of your computer. Once upon a time, each chip only had one processing core, so to increase processing power, additional CPU chips would be added to a server. In modern computing, socket CPUs usually have multiple cores. A core within a CPU chip is a processing unit that is capable of executing instructions independently from other cores in the CPU. Essentially, it performs the work that once upon a time a whole CPU chip would have done. Our example shows a quad-core CPU chip, though most socket CPUs now have several dozen cores. CPU cores can be further divided by the use of multithreading, a technology that allows a processing unit to execute multiple threads of instructions concurrently. An operating system would see all CPU cores and hardware threads as separate logical CPUs. Do bear in mind though that every vendor defines CPUs, processors and cores in their own way, so you need to understand their definition in your software contracts. Thanks for watching, and tune in again for more 2-minute tech tips from the ITAM Academy.